Hi Gemini, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for June 17th through about the 23rd. We're going to look into your current energies, into the near future, and then see what Spirit has to say for you. Also, we will clarify that. Then we're going to clear that spread, get into your person's feelings and your feelings or energy, and then we'll check into the romance angels and see if there's an outcome for you. All right, so this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, guys, definitely check out those other placements. All right, also, if you'd like a personal reading, I do those as well, and that information is in the description box. So let's get a couple shuffles for you. This is for Gemini. This is for Gemini. I feel a little bit of a juggling type of energy coming on. So we have the Judgment card in the upright, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Swords, the Page of Cups in reverse, the Fool in the center of the reading. Then we have the Eight of Swords in reverse, and what Spirit wants you to focus on, the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Cups in reverse, and the Seven of Pentacles. The overall energy for you is the Hangman, and then let's see what your challenge is. So the challenge is the Five of Pentacles. Okay, there's a situation where yourself or somebody else walked away from the other person. I don't like to do back and forth between your person, that person's energy. So I'm going to say that you walked away from this. If you're cross-watching, it could be that it applies to you when you watch. So the feeling of walking away from something, so that energy is with you, and that's your challenge. It could be that you're deciding whether you want to walk away from it or you have already done so. Let's get into it and see. With the Hangman, I feel like you're in the process of deciding whether you want to. If you've already been through this, you're probably taking a step back and looking into exactly what happened, why it happened, how you feel about what happened, all of that type of energy. So let's go ahead and get into the current Judgment. This is needing to make a decision about something for sure. If you're in that Hangman position, it's giving you the time, if you feel like it's necessary, to step back and really look through things thoroughly before you make a clear decision. And that's clear because we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Swords. And that's what her energy is all about. She's about cutting through any kind of BS, figuring out how to have a clear and concise conversation. Maybe you're not quite ready to with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. There's a part of you that isn't really sure. That's kind of an unstable position to be in. Not that you're unstable, just that the decision doesn't feel quite right yet. I feel like there's possibly some insecurities about maybe walking away completely. There might be insecurities in the other person that you're dealing with, and that's been a lot for you to tolerate. In this case, I'd say, I think you're very clear. You may not have made that decision yet, but she seems to have her back towards this decision as if you're moving in that direction. So if you're feeling like you're getting the clarity that you need, that's good. That's what this Hangman is all about, taking the time out. You could be dealing with somebody who's a little bit controlling or has a very strong personality. They don't have to necessarily be bad or be narcissistic. It just could be that they tend to want to control things, and that could put you in a position where you feel like you don't have your independence, or you feel like the relationship feels too codependent. And I feel like for you, you want to move to a place where you are your own person, they're their own person, and someone doesn't have a hold on you. I think you're going to speak your mind, whether you already have or you're about to. It feels like that's a very clear message here. And then we have the Strength card. You could be dealing with a Leo as well as a water sign. I'll get more into the signs as we go. Right now I'm sensing that there's a Leo energy or possibly a Scorpio with the Tower. So I think you're finding the strength to walk away. In this case, with the Tower in reverse, this might have just happened or is about to happen, and you feel like that push from Spirit to really make that decision. In order to find your independence, maybe you need to separate yourself from the relationship for a period of time in order to find yourself. If you feel like you've gotten lost in constantly being there for this particular individual, maybe now you want to look into what your options are. This could be about feeling a little dreamy, and there could be some delusion surrounding the relationship. It could be the energy of your person is a little bit on the delusional side, or maybe they too, I just heard, it's like they talk about things, but things don't come to fruition. So maybe there's a lot of empty promises, and I think you're tired of waiting with the Three of Wands. They keep drawing me back to the deck, so I'm going to give you every card that they keep drawing me back to. You're tired of waiting, and at this point it feels like the energy is a bit toxic. Maybe this person has some obsessiveness and controlling, like we were talking about with the Emperor, and that's a little bit much for you, and that's what creates that feeling of not being able to be independent from it, not being able to appreciate the fact that you're you and they are them. With the Six of Cups in reverse, this could be somebody from your past that wants to move back towards you, and maybe they're wanting to come in and have a conversation. I do see that where in the spirit section. So we'll get into that, yeah, with the Knight of Cups. So they want to come in and tell you that this is how they're feeling. They've thought this through, and they want to make a final decision. I think they realize that there's a part of you that's lost some passion for this relationship with the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Ace of Wands in reverse could be there's no chance for a new beginning because it hurt too much. Too much has already happened. I think you're looking to have a new start for yourself. Maybe it's that you're realizing that even though this person felt like home or the right person for you, as you've gone through this process and dealt with whatever you're dealing with now with the Ace of Swords, I think you're wanting to see if there's something out there that matches you better, where there's a better balance. With the Crown on the Ace of the Swords, I always say it's about finding that person that has your match. In other words, the King and Queen, whether it be of Cups, Swords, Wands, whatever it is. And right now, I don't feel like there's a whole lot of movement, but there's going to be a lot in the near future. You could also be dealing with a Cancer. You're going to be moving forward or being very clear about what it is that you want with the Star card. Maybe you've been wishing and hoping for a relationship, which we all want, that's more balanced. And in this case, I feel like you're going to defend yourself about where you stand, how you feel. Just whatever you need to say and do, you're going to do. So if this person doesn't accept that, that's going to be their issue. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of communication coming in. So if you haven't heard from this person, you will be. If you're currently in this, I think there's going to be a lot of fast-paced movement and communication about where things were going awry. So I'm putting these back because that was a lot. So we will get into clarifying this as well, but there was a whole story there that we needed to get through. With the Page of Cups in reverse and the Fool, maybe you feel like this person's a little bit emotionally immature. If so, you don't want to move towards things like that. So in other words, your energy is the Fool is to take the leap of faith into something that doesn't repeat that type of a cycle. The Page of Cups doesn't express themselves very well in emotional situations, especially in reverse. If it were upright, I'd say maybe they want to come in and offer you something small. To me, with the Eight of Swords in reverse and the Fool in the middle, this is you saying, I'm not stuck anymore. I'm not going to be focused on these types of energies when they show up. You could have dealt with several of them in the past and have finally come to that place where you realize that they just create some kind of instability in your life and you're not interested in moving forward or taking any kind of a chance in that type of relationship again. Now, this could also be a work situation that you've walked away from. And maybe you were also dealing with people that were immature at work. And maybe you are too trying to make a decision about that. So it could be either story. I think this is going to take a little bit of time. Again, I think there might have been a point where you felt like you were stuck. Maybe you felt like you were stuck there because the money was good or because it was the most stable thing and you couldn't find something else. But in this case, I'd say there's a decision to be made, and I think you're going to get really clear about what it is that you want in your work situation. All right, so let's keep going. With Spirit, wants you to focus on, or what the message is clearly here, the Knight of Wands. This is running away from and being passionate about leaving situations that don't bring you joy. it can be difficult to get away from long-term relationships, long-term work situations that don't make you happy. But I think Spirit wants you to focus on what you're passionate about. So if there's something that's pulling you, if the universe is pulling you in a certain direction and you feel that tug and pull, it's really important to pay attention to that. Because if it's truly what you want and it's something that you've been trying to manifest, then push yourself in that direction. Even if it's a little bit scary and at first it seems like you're not sure if it's going to make you happy, to me it feels like Spirit wants you to go towards that. Take that chance. Take the risk, especially with the Fool card being the center of the reading. It's all about taking those chances regardless of the fear. Just knowing that if you're passionate about it, go towards it. It's all about living that fully passionate life. I mean, that seems kind of simple to say, but it really is. And then the Seven of Pentacles, if you had taken the time to wait to see if things were going to happen in this job, if it was going to move forward, and you're still not getting the results that you want, same as in a relationship. If you've waited and waited and waited for something to grow into something else and nothing ever changed and you're still not happy, this is giving you that indication, that push and drive to move forward into something else that would be you're more passionate about. Maybe what you want in a relationship, this has come up in a lot of readings, what you want in a relationship could be changing. So if something made you happy before, you could be switching and changing and growing, and now it's like, wait, those things don't matter to me anymore. I think I want something different in my life. That could be why it's so important to push yourself to walk away from a job that's creating some kind of instability or doesn't make you feel like you want to feel. Maybe there's a need to make more money and you haven't actually taken that step yet, but the opportunities are going to be there. So I feel like if you follow your passion, that's going to come as well. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify the Judgment card with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. There's a sense of maybe you feel like you'll be unstable until something new comes in. But it's just focus on that passion. They just keep reiterating that. We've got the World card. So you're about to close out a cycle with the Fool. Again, take that leap of faith. I can't say that enough. Whichever scenario resonates for you, whether it's work or love, help push yourself to get out of this cycle. Let it close out. And then the Emperor's on the bottom of the deck again. Again, if you have like an overbearing boss and it's just been something you've been putting up with for a really long time, or you have a partner that's this way, that's very strong-minded, or maybe they try to tell you which direction you're supposed to go, and you feel like it's too much pressure, is what it feels like, then this is that indication that that cycle needs to close out so that you can go in a new direction. All right. I'm going to clarify the Page of Cups in reverse and the Fool card. So there could also be somebody from your past that's not moving towards you right now because they're not secure with themselves emotionally or how you feel about them. And that's why they haven't taken that leap, but they don't want to make a fool of themselves is what I feel. Let's see what else we've got. We have the Moon in reverse, and then the King of Cups in reverse, and then the Judgment. Okay, so this person, if this is something different, this could be for somebody else in the reading. The Moon in reverse says that there are still some secrets, and the King of Cups in reverse tells me, male or female, whoever you're dealing with, again, is not emotionally available. The Page of Cups, as I said, could be emotionally immature, not able to express themselves, and they're holding back. So if you feel this way, your gut is telling you, yes, this is confirmation. There are secrets, and this person's definitely holding back. They don't know how to show emotion. They just don't. And if they do, it's just enough to keep you around, but it's not enough to keep the relationship fulfilling and going. As far as the work situation, there could be some secrets at work. Maybe right now you just want to hold back what it is that you want to dive into and you don't want anybody to know. And the King of Cups in reverse is because you're unhappy. So keep that to yourself. If you are starting to look, I'd definitely be very careful with the people that you're dealing with at work, because you could have some people that don't have the best intentions for you. Again, emotionally immature people, people that may want to keep you stuck, who don't want to see you move forward. Pay attention to that, because if your intuition's kicking in, you're definitely right. There are definitely some kind of secrets or something going on. They're saying use your best judgment. If you trust your intuition, you can't go wrong. All right, let me get these out of the way. Let's clarify the Knight of Wands and the Ten of Cups in reverse. This is for Gemini. The Eight of Cups, okay. And then we have the Hierophant. And then we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Again, this energy of this person keeps showing up in reverse. So if you're in this still, this is how this person's appearing, as unavailable emotionally, unstable. If you've already moved away from this and you've made this decision, this is where this person's energy is. We're going to get into more specifically their energy as we clear this away. But for right now, Spirit's wanting to push you to look forward into the future. Start dreaming a little bit more. Start thinking about those things, that the intentions that you've set. I don't know why I'm saying this with this card. Normally I would pick it up with the moon, but this is about setting intentions at the full moon and the new moon. So with the full moon, I think we have another one coming soon, and I feel like you're going to be releasing some kind of deep emotions, things that have been emotionally weighing on you, and you're walking away from things that feel like that kind of emotional baggage. And the Hierophant in reverse, maybe needing to walk away from a higher level of commitment, or feeling as though that person wasn't spiritual enough, or they didn't get your spirituality, something of that sort. But setting your intentions around the full moon, the things you want to release, and then the new moon, the intentions that you want to set, is going to be important for you for the next probably couple of weeks, is what I'm sensing. So definitely do that with these new cycles, especially the eclipses, because the eclipses help you release. They're all about releasing and then new. So they're big energies. They're more than just the basic full and new moons. All right, let me clear this really quickly, and go ahead and think about the person that's on your mind. Whoever you want to take a peek into, see where their energy is, and we'll try to see if we can get that for you. And we'll see how you're feeling, and then we'll get the romance angels and a possible outcome. This is for Gemini. Yep, see, I'm seeing the Fool in reverse and the Star in reverse. So someone who doesn't fulfill you, somebody that you, okay, there's a couple different things. Someone who's foolish in their choices. Maybe they pretend as though they're going to be everything that you want in a relationship, but they're actually not. Let's see. All right, the Nine of Wands in reverse, the Four of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Eight of Wands. For you, we have the King of Pentacles, which is amazing, and then the Nine of Pentacles shows up, yep, in the upright, and then we have the Seven of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Swords in reverse, and the Hangman again. So pulling back your energy, focusing on yourself. Maybe you do feel a little bit stuck right now. This can sometimes be stuck energy. But if you are, you're just in that in-between stage. There's a card in the Oracle deck that may come out for you. It's the shadow and the light. So it's in between worlds, and that's what I'm feeling like. Your energy's kind of in the in-between as you start to dig deep and find the things that are going to make you passionate, that's going to force you forward and making decisions in your relationship area and possibly in work. But this is more about the relationships. So whatever it is, or whoever you're looking into, their energy is the Nine of Wands in reverse. So someone who carries a lot of past stuff into relationships. The Seven of Pentacles is someone who's not worth, that doesn't, all right, hold on, let me get my thoughts together here. Who isn't willing to put the work in and wait for things to move forward. They're in their head constantly. It's like the Eight of Wands is representing a lot of mental energy for me for some reason. It's like they have constant racing thoughts, but they can't ever make a decision. So they're always kind of all over the place. They communicate, and sometimes they're controlling, or they're holding back their feelings, but they're not really sure what they want. I just feel like their energy is kind of all over the place. They don't feel at all stable. Where you are in a different position altogether. The King of Pentacles, this is you feeling stable. Even if you're in between worlds right now, if you're trying to make decisions about how you're going to move forward, you have a very stable way of dealing with things. So it's very different than the person that you've been dealing with. The Seven of Swords in reverse, not wanting to deal with people that are either delusional or manipulative or lie. You know, this person could be a cheater, or you suspected that they have secrets about some things from their past and they haven't told you. When we saw the King of Cups in reverse with the Moon in reverse, that was telling us there were some secrets. This person's holding back. It's almost like they purposely hold back emotions. And then here, you're in the upright in the Nine of Pentacles now. So where this person may have created some kind of instability, you're finding that again. With the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, that's all about stability. It's wanting to work on you, where you are in your life, focusing on work in general. And then we have the Knight of Swords. If you're not talking to this person right now, I feel like you're withdrawing your energy and not wanting to speak up. Maybe you don't want to tell this person how you're really feeling. You'd like to kind of hold back before you make a decision for sure if you want to walk away. That's if you're in a current relationship. If this is someone from your past, I feel like you've kind of closed this out and decided that you're going to focus on you and whatever's coming up for you. Maybe work is a priority right now and you want to focus on changing jobs versus getting involved with this situation again. So maybe sorry, let me switch that off. Maybe you want to focus on something new. Like I said, it's setting those intentions and finding that passion. Like I also said about maybe God, I don't know why I'm stuttering so much. I have so much to say to you. Wanting to decide what it is that you want out of a relationship. And I feel like that's shifting and changing for you. Okay. So let's get the Romance Angels and see what that has to say about this person. If this resonates for you or you like this video, please do like, share, comment, subscribe. Love to have you here with us. All right, so we have it is safe for you to love, worth waiting for, release your ex, and wedding. And then we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. I think this is somebody that's going to be moving towards you. It is safe for you to love, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. I feel like this is where you are. And then we have wedding. The situation involves marriage. Now, we did have the Hierophant in reverse. So you could have been married to this person and you're in the process of possibly leaving. Or this is what you're hoping for in the future. You want somebody that you can settle down with, and once you release your ex, that person will show up in your life. The right one for you that you want to spend the rest of your life with. All right, let's see what the outcome is for this situation. This is for Gemini. So we have Page of Cups. As I said, that person might want to come and say, hey, I still have love for you, or I really do want to work on this, but it's a very small offer. The Knight of Wands in reverse. This is someone who moves slow. And then we have the Ten of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Sorry, guys. I think you're dealing with two different energies. So there's somebody that you're getting away from. Maybe you've met someone new that sparked your interest, or you've already walked away and now you're trying to decide, do you move forward? Do you want to release this completely and move into another situation? I think you're, like I said, between worlds, trying to figure out what's going to work best for you. They may have a small offer, but again, this is somebody who withdraws with their passions, their emotions, things like that. Although they may state that you're the person that they find their happiness with, is this the right situation, or is this what you're looking forward to in the future and what's coming towards you? I don't think they put enough work in, and I just don't think you're willing to wait for this to grow. So I'm pretty sure you're done with this energy. I think you're going to be opening up to something new, forever this is for. If you're in the current, you're going to have to really think about whether this truly makes you happy and if you're willing to wait for it to get to the place where you end up in marriage or engagement, as the card said. Okay, let's get a lover's oracle and see if there's any more on this for you. This is for Gemini. Actually, they're very focused on this card, so I'm going to grab it. It says, embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. If that's how you feel about this person, I think there's a lot of thinking that you need to do before you decide for sure. And also, that could be healing so that the new relationship can come in towards you. All right, so the last thing we're going to do is your Wisdom of the Oracle cards. Let's see what we have to close this out. This is for Gemini. We have All That Glitters, Treasure Island, Higher Power, Chaos Conflict, and then we have Orphaned. The Orphaned card, that's a tough one because it feels like some issues around abandonment, which either yourself or your partner, everybody has those feelings at times in their life. So there's a part of you that may not want to separate because you feel so tied and bound like to a soul partner, and it may feel like the fear of being alone, or not everybody has that, so I'm not saying all of you do, but it could just that being in that feeling of not wanting to be alone or left feeling empty, you know? Okay, let's get on. All That Glitters, it's a 16, which reduces to a 7. This to me is about working on your spirituality and seeing the things that are really bright and good in your life. I think there's a need to focus on maybe some of the blessings that you've had, where when we get frustrated, we can forget all the things that are good in our lives. So there's a need to focus on that. With Treasure Island, this is a 9, so you're almost at that place where you're about to see things come to fruition. And I think you're going to be in a place of recognizing how much happier you'll be once you get past the things that you're dealing with now. And then we have Higher Power, which is a 4. That's about stability. And if you've ever questioned whether Spirit has your back, or at times you're going through really tough stuff and you don't feel supported, this is kind of that reminder that there's always somebody there. There's always someone spiritually that's got your back and moving you through these situations, helping guide you to make the right choices for you. And then Chaos and Conflict, that's a 33. Wanting to move away from the chaos and conflict. If, like I said, you were unhappy in a work situation, moving away from that. 6 is about balance when you reduce to 33. So moving from a place of in-between, as I mentioned, the shadow and the light, going from being in between worlds to moving into a lighter place. Okay, guys, I hope that resonated. I'm sorry I stumbled so much in your reading. Sometimes I have so much to say, I get stirred up in my head. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and thank you so much for all of your support. Again, please do like, share, subscribe, and comment below if you'd like. And again, I do personal readings, so if you'd like one, the information is below. I hope you enjoyed. I love you guys so much. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in next week's reading. Take care.